So one of the main reasons why the breathing stuff works is because when you're controlling your out breath, or you're really slowing your breathing down, what happens is it strengthens and stimulates your vagus nerve system. So there's a guy called Stephen Porges. He's got his polyvagal theory, but your vagus nerve system stimulates your parasympathetic nerve. Your vagus set of nerves, which run from your head all the way through all your organs and to your stomach, it's a sensory organ, so a sensory sort of set of nerves, so it senses information. But what it does is, the stronger that sort of vagus nerve is, the more easier it is to get back into a rest and digest state, so the parasympathetic nervous system. Because it's kind of like the brakes on your car, and your sympathetic nervous system, fight, flight, stress response, is the sort of gas or the accelerator. Now, because this day and age, everything, we live very fast-paced lives, very stressed lives, there's not much I can do about the stress. But if you had ways to improve your recovery from stress, your ability to handle stress, so basically building up and bulking up and strengthening your parasympathetic nervous system, would be really, really, really handy tool. From my research, one of the best ways to do it is humming or chanting with the Om. And I find it so much easier to do the Om than it is to control my breathing. For whatever reason, I can hold an Om for ages. When I'm holding my out breath, I'm like, and then like try and slow it down, I'm like, and it's still like literally that big. Whereas when I'm saying an Om, I can do an Om like Om. But this is what you can do. Literally takes minutes a day, and nothing I've ever done has improved my heart rate variability as much as this. Heart rate variability is directly linked to your strength of your vagus nerve system and how well your stress nerve system is. So what you can do is take a deep breath in. Do that. The goal is to try to squeeze as much breath as you can out of your lungs and hold it for as long as possible. The more pressure you put on it as well when you're the stronger your vagus nerve system gets as well. It's going to be one of those ones where it's probably the one that you'll least likely do, but it's going to be the most effective. I guarantee you, you do this one thing, and you might not want to do it in public, but I typically do it when I'm driving. Literally minutes a day will massively improve your stress response and your ability to handle stress and recover from stress. So when you're in a stress state, a lot of people get stuck in that fight or flight response. They're constantly stressed and they're just stuck there. When you're stressed and you practice it all the time, you get very good at it, and that system becomes stronger. But if you never practice your rest and digest system, your parasympathetic nervous system, it's very hard to go from stress to rest. But doing all this ohms or just humming, you can just hum, sing, so you can hum your favourite song. Do that, it's probably going to be a little bit less obvious in public, but the reason why it works is because it also it literally takes away all the stimulation of both hemispheres of your brain. I guarantee you, if you do this humming thing for like a few minutes, after you like that, like it literally calms down all brain activity, both hemispheres of your brain. They use it in TFT in the end of the sequence, and that's one of the reasons why they use it, because it works. But even in America, for depression-resistant, treatment-resistant depression, they've got this thing that stimulates. It's like a bit like a pacemaker for your heart, but instead it's a stimulator that they use to stimulate your vagus nerve system. So this is for treatment-resistant depression. So if your depression is that bad, this is one of the tools they use. I guarantee you, this is one of those things which I honestly hope that some of you try this. Literally minutes a day of going hum for as long as you can. Do that for a couple of minutes a day. Nothing is going to improve your stress response better than that. And see you again.